A washing machine isn't just an appliance. It's a 10-year commitment you're making with your money, your clothes, and your sanity. Buy the wrong one, and you're stuck with a tub that breaks down in year 2, eats your warranty claims for breakfast, and leaves your laundry smelling like regret. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Not all washing machine brands are created equal in 2026, and some of the biggest names you trust? They've seriously dropped the ball. We spent weeks hands-on testing and reviewing today's most popular washing machine brands, running real load cycles, stress testing their build quality, and digging through thousands of verified user complaints so you don't have to gamble your hard-earned money. This is your no-fluff, no-sponsored bias breakdown of the top 5 worst washing machine brands you should avoid in 2026, plus the 3 brands that actually held up and earned our top picks. Best price links for our recommended machines are waiting for you in the description below and pinned in the top comment, so you can grab the best deal the moment you finish watching. Let's get into it. The 5 worst washing machine brands in 2026. Number 5. Amana. Amana is a brand with an American founding story. Originally established in Iowa in 1934 as a division of the Amana Refrigeration Company, building products for the American working household. But what Amana is in 2026 is essentially a budget sub-brand of Whirlpool Corporation, produced in Whirlpool's manufacturing facilities, using Whirlpool's lower-cost component specifications, and sold at price points designed to attract buyers who cannot afford Whirlpool's own flagship products or Maytag's mid-range lineup, both of which are also Whirlpool Corporation brands. This brand architecture is important context for understanding Amana's washing machines, because it means that Amana machines are essentially Whirlpool machines with cost reductions applied at the component, feature, and manufacturing quality levels. They are not an independent engineering effort, and the trade-offs that distinguish them from their corporate siblings are almost entirely in the direction of reduced capability and reduced durability. Amana's current washing machine lineup consists primarily of top-loading machines, the NTW 4516FW and the NTW 4755EW being the most commonly sold models in 2026, with a retail price range typically falling between $500 and $700, occasionally lower during promotional events. These are large-capacity machines on paper. Amana markets drum capacities of 3.5 to 4.2 cubic feet across the lineup, and they are physically large, standard, full-size top loaders that will fit any laundry space designed around American washing machine dimensions. The central agitator on Amana's top-loading models is a high-profile post agitator, the traditional American washing machine design, which delivers vigorous mechanical agitation during the wash cycle. For washing heavily soiled work clothes, farm garments, or similarly rugged items, the aggressive agitation action of a post agitator is actually effective at loosening deep-seated soil. The problem is that this same mechanical vigor is harmful to delicate fabrics, synthetic performance materials, and items that are labeled gentle machine wash because the agitator creates localized high-stress contact points on fabric where stretching, pilling, and fiber damage accumulate over multiple wash cycles. The motor in Amana's top-loading machines is a conventional AC motor, not an inverter motor, and the noise profile during the spin cycle is significant. In independent sound testing, Amana top loaders have measured between 72 and 78 decibels at 1 meter distance during the main spin phase, which is in the range where the machine is clearly audible in adjacent rooms of a home during operation. For households where the laundry room is directly adjacent to a bedroom, living area, or home office, this noise level is a genuine quality of life issue. The balancing system during spin is also notably imprecise. Amana machines have a higher than average rate of load imbalance detection failures, meaning the machine often proceeds to full spin speed with an unbalanced load rather than pausing to redistribute, which produces the dramatic banging and cabinet vibration that has become something of a cultural shorthand for a struggling washing machine. Water efficiency is a significant weakness. Amana's top loaders use a conventional fill-to-water level system rather than true load-sensing technology, meaning the machine fills to a preset water level based on the cycle selection, rather than detecting the actual weight or volume of laundry in the drum. The practical consequence of this design is that smaller loads are washed with substantially more water than necessary, increasing both water consumption and energy consumption relative to load-sensing machines, and making Amana's top loaders expensive to operate over their lifetime relative to front loaders or inverter motor top loaders from LG and Samsung. Amana machines do not have smart connectivity features of any kind. No Wi-Fi, no companion app, no remote start, no usage analytics. In 2026, when smart home integration is a standard feature, even on mid-range machines from competing brands, the complete absence of any connectivity on Amana machines is a notable gap. This is a deliberate product positioning decision. Amana is targeting buyers who want a simple, no-frills machine. But the simplicity of the feature set is not matched by compensating reliability or mechanical robustness. Consumer reliability surveys consistently place Amana in the lower half of the top loader reliability rankings, with the most commonly reported failure modes including water pump failures, lid switch failures that prevent the spin cycle from initiating, and agitator coupling breakage, a component that connects the motor drive to the agitator post and wears out faster than it should given the price of the machine. The Amana warranty, 1 year on parts and labor, with no extended coverage on any major components, reflects the corporate position that these are budget-tier products with budget-tier lifespans. Whirlpool's service network does cover Amana machines, which is a genuine advantage over brands with thinner service footprints. But the accessibility of service appointments and the cost of out-of-warranty repairs are the same pain points that affect all Whirlpool family brands. In 2026, Amana washing machines make the most sense as a very short-term solution. A machine purchased for a rental property, a college apartment, or a transitional living situation where the buyer understands they are making a temporary purchase and has no expectation of the machine lasting more than 5 to 7 years under regular use. For a family home, a permanent residence, or anyone who cares about fabric care quality, energy efficiency, noise performance, or smart features, Amana is a brand that consistently underdelivers relative to what the same money can buy from the brands we are about to cover in the second half of this video. Number 4. Fisher & Paykel. Fisher & Paykel is a New Zealand-born appliance brand with a genuinely interesting engineering history. They were the company that invented the smart drive motor, a direct drive technology that eliminated the need for a traditional belt and pulley transmission in washing machines, and was, at the time of its introduction, a genuinely innovative leap forward in washing machine engineering. That history, and the premium pricing that Fisher & Paykel currently commands, creates a set of expectations that the brand's 2026 lineup struggles to consistently meet. Fisher & Paykel was acquired by Haier in 2012, and while the brand has maintained a degree of design independence under that ownership, including retaining its distinctive minimalist aesthetic that has become something of a signature in the premium kitchen design market, the washing machine division has drifted into a peculiar no-man's land where the products are priced at a premium tier but no longer deliver the engineering differentiation that justified that premium in the first place. Let's look specifically at what Fisher & Paykel is selling in 2026 in the washing machine category. Their lineup is anchored by the Wash Smart Top Loader series, including the WA8060G1 and the WA1068G1, and a front loader range under the WH series. The Wash Smart top loaders retain the direct drive smart drive motor concept. And on a technical level, the motor itself is still a genuinely capable piece of engineering. It is quiet, it delivers smooth variable speed operation, and it theoretically reduces mechanical complexity by eliminating belt-driven transmission components. The issue is that the smart drive motor, while still functional as a component, is no longer the technological differentiator it once was. LG's direct drive technology, a direct drive motor system developed independently and deployed across LG's global lineup, now offers comparable vibration reduction, comparable quietness, and comparable durability, and it does so at a lower price point and within a more technologically complete package. The Fisher & Paykel Premium now buys you less relative differentiation than it did even 5 years ago. The Wash Smart's wash performance is adequate for standard household laundry, but uninspiring given the price. Fisher & Paykel uses a non-traditional agitation approach in its top loaders, a system they call Active Intelligence, that uses the motor's variable speed capability to create a multi-directional tumble action inside a top-loading drum without a central agitator post. This agitator-free design is gentler on fabrics than traditional agitator-equipped machines, and that is a genuine and meaningful benefit. However, the wash quality on heavily soiled items, particularly on items with ingrained dirt like sports clothing, workwear, and children's play clothes, falls short of what a comparable front-loading machine can achieve because the physics of horizontal drum tumbling are simply more effective at mechanical soil removal than any variant of the top-loading wash action. Fisher and Paykel's AquaSmart water efficiency system, which uses load sensing technology to fill the drum to the minimum water level required for the detected load size, works as advertised in principle, but has been noted by multiple reviewers to occasionally underfill on mixed loads containing both heavy and light items, resulting in some items in the drum not being fully saturated during the wash phase. The connected features on Fisher and Paykel washing machines are available through the Fisher and Paykel app, which offers remote start, cycle monitoring, and usage statistics. The app itself is reasonably well designed and functions more reliably than some competitor apps, but the depth of smart functionality it offers does not match what LG's ThinQ or Samsung's SmartThings ecosystem provides. There is no AI-powered cycle recommendation, no adaptive learning from historical usage patterns, no integration with voice assistant platforms beyond basic on-off commands, and no built-in diagnostic system that can proactively identify potential mechanical issues before they result in a fault code. Fisher and Paykel's front-loader range, the WH series, uses a more conventional drum and bearing architecture and is manufactured to a solid but not outstanding quality standard. The machines are quiet in operation, reasonably energy efficient, and available in configurations that integrate well with Fisher and Paykel's own dish drawer dishwasher and dryer lineup for a coordinated design aesthetic. However, the front loaders are expensive relative to what LG and Samsung offer in the same performance class, and the extended warranty and service network that would justify that premium is not as robust as Fisher and Paykel's marketing materials suggest, particularly outside of major metropolitan areas in Australia, New Zealand, and the United States, where the brand has its strongest presence. Fisher and Paykel's customer service has been highlighted in recent consumer satisfaction surveys as a weak point. Not catastrophically poor, but consistently generating complaints about parts availability delays and inconsistent technician quality, particularly for out-of-warranty repairs on older smart drive motor systems, where the motor controller electronics are proprietary and not interchangeable with generic alternatives. The brand's repair ecosystem is thinner than what established volume brands can offer, which means that when something goes wrong outside of warranty, resolution can be slow and expensive. In 2026, Fisher and Paykel is a brand that is living on its engineering history without consistently delivering on the premium its pricing implies. It is not a bad brand, the machines are functional, and their fabric care is genuinely gentle. But in a competitive landscape where LG, Miele, and Bosch are delivering superior technology, deeper smart integration, and stronger reliability records at comparable or lower prices, Fisher and Paykel is a difficult recommendation for the value-conscious buyer. Number 3. Insignia. Insignia is Best Buy's in-house private label brand, and in the context of washing machines, it represents perhaps the clearest example of what happens when retail convenience is prioritized over engineering substance. Insignia washing machines are exclusively available through Best Buy and Best Buy affiliated retail channels, which means that the primary competitive advantage they offer is not product quality, not reliability, not advanced features. It is simply that they are there, in store, available for immediate delivery with financing options and a familiar retail ecosystem wrapped around them. For buyers walking into a Best Buy without extensive pre-research, the Insignia price tags, typically ranging from $400 to $750, depending on capacity and configuration, look attractive, and the Best Buy sales environment is optimized to convert that initial price appeal into a purchase decision before the buyer has had a chance to look more deeply at what they are actually getting. Let's start with what Insignia washing machines actually are from a hardware perspective, because understanding the supply chain tells you most of what you need to know about the product. Insignia appliances are manufactured by contract OEM suppliers, primarily from within China, and the washing machine lineup appears, based on internal component analysis conducted by repair technicians and teardown reviewers, to be sourced from a small number of white-label OEM factories that supply generic washing machine platforms to multiple retail private label brands simultaneously. This is not inherently a disqualifying fact. Private label and OEM manufacturing is used across the appliance industry. But the specific manufacturing tier that Insignia's products appear to come from is positioned squarely at the budget end of the OEM quality spectrum. The motors used in Insignia's top-loading models, which constitute the majority of their washing machine lineup, are conventional single-speed or dual-speed AC motors without any form of inverter technology. This means that motor efficiency is lower than modern inverter motor alternatives. Noise and vibration levels are higher, and the mechanical stress placed on the motor and transmission during the agitation and spin phases is greater, which directly correlates with a shortened operational lifespan. The agitator mechanisms in Insignia's full-size top loaders use a central post agitator design, rather than the impeller or high-efficiency agitator designs adopted by higher-quality manufacturers, and the wash action produced by this design is mechanically harder on fabrics than modern alternatives. A real consideration if you are washing delicate items, performance sportswear, or clothing made from synthetic blends that are prone to pilling and stretch deformation under aggressive mechanical agitation. The capacity ratings on Insignia machines also deserve scrutiny. Insignia states drum capacities using the industry's standard IEC measurement methodology, but independent reviewers have noted that the practical, usable capacity, the amount of laundry you can wash at full performance without the machine struggling, is consistently lower than the stated figure, a discrepancy that appears to be related to the cycle logic, prioritizing spin speed over thorough rinsing when loads approach the stated maximum. This results in the common user complaint that clothing comes out of an Insignia machine feeling stiff or slightly crunchy even after a normal wash cycle, which is almost invariably a sign of detergent or mineral residue left on the fabric from inadequate rinsing. The electronic control systems on Insignia washing machines are bare bones in a way that would have been acceptable in 2015 but feels genuinely underpowered in 2026. There is no smart connectivity on any Insignia model, no load sensing technology that meaningfully adjusts water fill volume to match the actual load weight, no adaptive cycle logic that learns from usage patterns, and no integration with any smart home ecosystem. The cycle options are limited to a small set of preset modes: normal, delicates, heavy-duty, quick wash, and bulky, without any customization of water temperature, spin speed, or extra rinse options on most models. The absence of a true temperature-controlled heating element in the wash tub on most Insignia top loaders means that hot and warm water settings are entirely dependent on whatever temperature the hot water comes out of your domestic supply, with no ability to independently heat water to a standardized temperature for hygiene washing. A significant limitation for households dealing with allergies, skin conditions, or the need to sanitize items like baby clothing and bedding to a consistent temperature threshold. Reliability data on Insignia washing machines is difficult to aggregate from official sources because Insignia does not publish failure rate data, and the brand's sales volume is not tracked by major third-party reliability surveys in the same way that larger national brands are. However, the anecdotal data available from Best Buy's own customer review platform, which at the time of production showed a 3.4 out of 5 average rating across their washing machine lineup, combined with the feedback visible on repair forums and community-sourced reliability databases, paints a picture of a product with a meaningful failure rate within the first 2 years of ownership. Common reported failure modes include water inlet valve failures, lid switch failures on top loaders that prevent the spin cycle from completing, and control board failures that manifest as unresponsive button inputs or stuck cycle indicators. The warranty that Insignia provides, 1 year on parts and labor, is the bare minimum required by most North American retail markets and is significantly shorter than what established brands like LG, Samsung, and Miele offer on their products. Parts availability outside of the warranty window is a genuine concern, as Insignia does not maintain its own service network, relying instead on Best Buy's Geek Squad program for in-warranty service, a program that has been widely criticized for inconsistent technician quality and long appointment scheduling windows. In short, Insignia washing machines are the appliance equivalent of a store brand product that looks like the name brand alternative on the shelf, but delivers a fundamentally different and inferior experience once you get it home. Unless you are in a situation where you need a washing machine immediately, on a very tight budget, and understand that you are likely making a short-term purchase rather than a long-term investment, Insignia should not be on your shortlist in 2026. Number 2. Hotpoint. Hotpoint is one of those brand names that carries decades of kitchen and laundry legacy in the United Kingdom and much of Europe, and for a significant portion of the 1980s and 1990s, that reputation was actually deserved. The brand was associated with no-nonsense workhorse appliances built to last, the kind of washing machine your gran bought in 1987, and that was still spinning reliably into the mid-2000s. That legacy, unfortunately, is being actively eroded by the current corporate reality of what Hotpoint actually is in 2026. Hotpoint is now a brand owned by Haier Group, the Chinese multinational that also owns the GE Appliances brand in North America, and the manufacturing decisions made under that corporate umbrella have had a measurably negative impact on Hotpoint's product quality and reliability record. To be clear, this is not a blanket criticism of Haier as a company or of Chinese manufacturing broadly. The problem with Hotpoint is specifically about how the brand has been repositioned. It now occupies a value-tier market segment where cost reduction decisions made at the component level are directly impacting the end-user experience in ways that the brand's historical reputation simply does not prepare buyers to expect. Looking at Hotpoint's current washing machine lineup, including the NM11 series, the BIWMHG series of integrated front loaders, and the Active Care range, the machines share a common architecture that uses a brushless induction motor on the higher-end units, but reverts to a conventional AC motor on the entry-level and mid-range models. On the units equipped with conventional AC motors, noise and vibration levels during the spin cycle are notably higher than what you would find from comparably priced competitors, and the dynamic unbalance correction, the system responsible for redistributing load weight before a high-speed spin, is sluggish and imprecise, leading to frequent instances where the machine either aborts a spin cycle and throws an error code, or completes the spin while vibrating aggressively enough to walk across a hard floor surface if not positioned on an anti-vibration mat. The control electronics on Hotpoint machines have been a particular source of concern. Multiple independent repair surveys, including data aggregated from the UK's Which? Magazine Reliability Tracking and from the Repairability Index published by the Right to Repair Foundation, consistently rank Hotpoint in the lower quartile for electronic control board durability. The failure mode most commonly reported is an intermittent or permanent loss of communication between the main control board and the motor controller module, which manifests as mid-cycle stoppages, error codes that do not correspond to any actual mechanical fault, and machines that simply refuse to start a cycle without a full power cycle reset. Attempting to diagnose and repair these electronic failures is complicated by the fact that Hotpoint's service documentation is not publicly available in meaningful detail, and independent repair technicians frequently report difficulty obtaining replacement control boards through official channels at a reasonable price or within a reasonable time frame. The drum and bearing assembly on current Hotpoint machines also shows a pattern of premature wear that is difficult to reconcile with the brand's legacy reputation. The concrete counterweight blocks used to stabilize the outer drum, a standard component in most front-loading washing machines, are bonded to the drum outer tub using an adhesive compound rather than the mechanical fasteners used in more premium manufacturing. This adhesive bond has shown susceptibility to degradation in high humidity environments and under the micro-vibrations generated during high-speed spin cycles, meaning that after prolonged use, the counterweight can shift position slightly, altering the drum's balance geometry and exacerbating the vibration problems already present in the base machine design. Hotpoint has made attempts to modernize its lineup with features like its active steam function, which claims to use steam injection to reduce the time required to complete a wash cycle by pre-wetting and conditioning fabrics before the main wash begins. The feature works as described in a narrow set of conditions, specifically for lightly soiled synthetic loads of moderate volume, but falls short of the performance benchmarks set by steam-assisted machines from LG and Samsung, both of which use more sophisticated steam generation systems that maintain a more consistent temperature and pressure profile throughout the injection phase. Hotpoint's anti-stain technology, marketed on several Active Care models, uses a combination of extended pre-soak timing and targeted drum motion patterns to address common stains like coffee, red wine, and grass. In comparative testing, the anti-stain performance on Hotpoint machines is adequate for light staining on light-colored cotton fabrics, but measurably inferior on heavy staining, on synthetic blends, and on dark-colored garments where the cycle logic appears to apply too aggressive a mechanical agitation that creates visible pilling over time. For households with children, one of the demographic segments Hotpoint most actively targets in its marketing, this pilling behavior on school uniform fabrics and sportswear is a genuine nuisance. The Hotpoint connected home ecosystem is underdeveloped relative to current market expectations. The companion app, marketed under the Connected Home branding, offers basic remote start and cycle monitoring functionality, but lacks the adaptive cycle learning, energy usage analytics, and detergent dosing integration that competing brands are offering in 2026. Customer service has been another persistent weak point, with UK consumer watchdog groups receiving elevated complaint volumes about long resolution times for warranty claims and difficulty getting technicians dispatched within the warranty window. Hotpoint's washer-dryer combo units, which represent a significant portion of their UK sales volume given the British market's apartment-heavy housing stock, have attracted particularly critical reviews, with the drying performance of the ventless condenser systems used in these units significantly underperforming competitor units from Bosch and Siemens in both drying evenness and energy consumption per kilogram of laundry dried. In 2026, Hotpoint remains a brand coasting on a reputation that the current product lineup has not earned, and buying a Hotpoint machine today means accepting a significantly elevated risk of electronic failure, vibration problems, and performance that does not match the brand's historical standing. There are substantially better options available at the same price point. Number 1. Beko. Beko is a Turkish-owned appliance giant that has aggressively expanded its global footprint over the past decade, and on paper, the pitch is genuinely compelling: European-engineered washing machines at budget to mid-range price points, featuring inverter motors, smart connectivity, and energy efficiency ratings that look excellent on a spec sheet. The machines themselves often have sleek, minimalist designs, clean porthole doors, dark glass drums, intuitive control panels, and they are marketed as offering premium performance at an accessible price. In the sub-$700 washing machine segment, Beko frequently positions itself as the savvy buyer's alternative to spending more on a Miele or a Bosch. The problem, and it is a significant one, is that the gap between Beko's advertised promise and its delivered reality has widened considerably in recent years. Starting with the hardware, Beko's current lineup of front loaders, including the WEX 840,530W and the BFLB 508W3 series, use what the company calls its Pro Smart Inverter motor, which is marketed as quieter and more durable than conventional brushed motor alternatives. Technically speaking, an inverter motor is indeed an upgrade in principle. It regulates speed electronically rather than mechanically, which reduces friction and, in theory, extends motor lifespan. However, Beko's implementation of this technology has been plagued by firmware inconsistencies that cause the motor to run cycle programs incorrectly, most notably in the Eco and Quick 30 modes, where the drum velocity is supposed to be modulated automatically based on load sensing. Independent testing conducted by consumer labs in the UK and Germany in late 2025 found that multiple Beko units failed to accurately execute the intended RPM curves, resulting in inadequate rinsing performance and, in some cases, detergent residue left on clothing at the end of supposedly completed wash cycles. The build quality issues extend beyond the motor. Two Beko's drum bearings, specifically the rear bearing assembly on their 8 kilograms and 9 kilograms models, have shown an alarming failure rate between the 18-month and 36-month mark of regular use, producing a characteristic, low-frequency rumble that escalates into a grinding noise over time and eventually renders the machine non-functional. The replacement cost for a rear drum bearing assembly on a Beko front loader typically runs between $180 and $280 when you factor in parts and labor, which on a machine that might have cost you $550 to $700 in the first place represents a painful expense. The door seal or boot gasket on Beko machines has also attracted significant criticism. The rubber compound used on several models in the current lineup tends to develop mold accumulation at a faster rate than industry peers, and the seal geometry on certain machines creates a water trap area at the bottom of the door opening that is nearly impossible to clean thoroughly without disassembling the unit. For users in humid climates or for households that tend to leave the door closed after a wash cycle, this creates a persistent odor problem that can be difficult to fully remediate. Beko has rolled out a feature they call AquaTech in their premium lines, which claims to use a specialized water spray jet to more evenly saturate laundry from the start of the cycle, theoretically reducing cycle time while maintaining wash quality. In real-world performance testing, the AquaTech feature does show modest improvement in initial saturation speed, but the benefit largely disappears on mixed or heavily soiled loads where the cycle logic still defaults to a standard tumble and soak approach. The steam cure function, available on higher-tier Beko models and marketed as a hygiene-boosting steaming step, Works reasonably well on light sanitization tasks but operates at a lower steam temperature than competing implementations from LG or Samsung, meaning it falls short of the 70 degrees Celsius threshold required to neutralize common household allergens like dust mite proteins. From a connectivity standpoint, Beko's HomeWiz app, the companion smartphone application for their Wi-Fi-enabled models, has received consistently poor reviews across the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, with users citing connectivity dropouts, a sluggish and unintuitive interface, and an alarming tendency for the app to lose pairing with the machine after operating system updates on both iOS and Android. Customer support from Beko has also been widely criticized, with reported average wait times for service appointments stretching to 3 to 5 weeks in most major urban markets, and a parts supply chain that has struggled to keep up with the volume of warranty claims being filed. In terms of who this machine is for, or rather, who it is not for, Beko is best avoided if you plan to use your washing machine heavily, if you live in a humid climate, if you have respiratory sensitivities to mold or detergent residue, or if you have any expectation of a smart home integration that actually works reliably. For a buyer on an extremely tight budget who understands they may be accepting a compromised lifespan and lower performance ceiling in exchange for a lower upfront cost, Beko is arguably an acceptable short-term solution. But even then, the reliability data from 2025 and early 2026 suggests that the value proposition is deteriorating, not improving. The bottom line on Beko is that it is a brand caught in a credibility crisis of its own making, too expensive to compete purely on price, and not reliable enough to compete on quality. The 3 brands you should actually buy in 2026. Bosch, specifically BSH Home Appliances, the joint venture between Bosch and Siemens that manufactures the Bosch appliance lineup, is the washing machine brand that most consistently threads the needle between premium engineering quality and practical accessibility. It is better built than the budget and mid-range brands, more reliable than the pretenders in the premium tier, significantly more affordable than Miele, and more widely available through mainstream retail channels than many of its direct European competitors. In 2026, Bosch occupies a pricing band from approximately $700 to $1,599 depending on the series and configuration. And within that range, it offers a level of engineering substance that is difficult to match at comparable price points. Let's start with the hardware foundation. Bosch's European-made washing machines, the primary lineup sold globally, manufactured at BSH's production facilities in Germany and Poland, use brushless inverter motors developed within the BSH engineering organization, with motor specifications that have been consistently refined across multiple product generations since BSH first transitioned away from conventional AC motors in the early 2010s. The current generation of Bosch's EcoSilence Drive motor, branded under the name EcoSilence Drive, achieves noise levels during the wash cycle that are among the lowest, measured by independent testing laboratories in the $700 to $1,200 price segment. In standardized testing, the 500 series and 800 series Bosch front loaders measure between 45 and 54 decibels during washing and between 70 and 74 decibels during spin, which is competitive with LG's direct drive units at comparable price points, and markedly better than any of the brands covered in the first half of this video. Bosch backs the EcoSilence Drive motor with a 10-year motor warranty, mirroring LG's commitment on this metric, and putting both brands in a different category from competitors offering 1 or 2-year motor coverage. The drum design used across Bosch's Series 4, Series 6, and Series 8 washing machines uses a wave pattern drum interior, similar in concept to Miele's honeycomb drum, but implemented with elongated wave channels rather than hexagonal cells, that is designed to promote fabric floating on a water film during the wash phase. The practical benefit is a gentle wash action that is particularly effective at minimizing fabric stress on mixed loads containing both robust and delicate items, and Bosch's drum geometry has been certified by the Woolmark Company for wool care on their higher series variants, a certification shared with Miele and only a small number of other brands globally. Bosch's anti-vibration side panels, a dual-wall construction approach where the inner and outer drum panels are separated by a dampening material layer, significantly reduce the transmission of drum vibration to the machine cabinet and through the cabinet to the floor and surrounding structure. This design feature makes Bosch machines among the most installation flexible in the industry. They can be installed on upper floor laundry rooms, on wooden suspended floors, and in close proximity to living spaces without the vibration transmission problems that plague lesser-built machines on similar installation surfaces. The iDo's automatic detergent dosing system, available on Bosch Series 6 and Series 8 models, uses a conductivity sensor in the wash water to measure the actual detergent concentration present during the wash phase and automatically dispenses additional detergent from an onboard reservoir if the measured concentration falls below the optimal threshold for the detected soil level and water hardness. This sensor-driven dosing approach produces more accurate dosing than time-based or weight-based dosing systems, and Bosch's dosing algorithm has been refined over multiple product generations to maintain optimal detergent concentration even as the detergent reservoir depletes and the fluid viscosity changes. The result is consistently better wash quality per gram of detergent used compared to manual dosing, and Bosch claims, credibly, based on third-party verification, that iDo's machines use up to 65% less detergent than manual dosing under typical household conditions. The Home Connect app, Bosch's smart home companion platform, offers remote start, cycle customization from the phone, wash program recommendations based on fabric type and soil level input by the user, push notifications, energy usage tracking, and integration with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Apple HomeKit. The app is well maintained, receives regular feature updates, and has significantly better reliability reviews than the apps associated with Beko, Hotpoint, and Fisher and Paykel. Bosch's integration with the Home Connect ecosystem also extends to their dishwasher and dryer product lines, enabling household-level appliance monitoring and coordinated operation from a single application. Bosch's specific 2026 lineup highlights include the 800 series front loaders with their speed-perfect cycle optimization and the anti-vibration design panels, the Series 6 Eco Silence models that hit a particularly strong value-to-performance ratio in the $900 to $1,100 window, and the 500 series, which represents the most accessible entry point into genuinely German-engineered washing machine performance at a price that is comparable to, and often lower than, what you would pay for a Fisher and Paykel or a premium Beko. Bosch's service network is strong in North America, Europe, and Australia, with BSH maintaining its own authorized service partner certification program and a parts distribution infrastructure that supports most repairs within 3 to 7 business days for parts sourcing. The brand's long-term reliability data, tracked by J.D. Power in North America and by Which? Magazine in the UK, consistently places Bosch in the top 3 brands for 3-year ownership satisfaction across the front-loading machine category. If you want the quality discipline of European appliance engineering without committing to the full Miele investment, Bosch is the brand that delivers the closest thing to that standard at a price that a significantly broader range of households can practically access. Number 2. Miele. Miele is a German appliance manufacturer that operates from a position of philosophical consistency that is almost unique in the global appliance industry. Every washing machine they build is engineered and tested to a 20-year, 10,000 cycle durability target, which means that when Miele designs a component, they are not asking, how do we make this work well enough to pass the warranty period? They are asking, how do we make this last for 2 decades of regular use? That engineering philosophy, maintained since the company's founding in 1899, and never compromised even as the broader appliance industry has trended toward planned obsolescence and value engineering, produces washing machines that are in a fundamentally different quality category from almost everything else available on the consumer market. The price reflects this positioning. Miele washing machines start at approximately $1,299 for the base W1 front loader and ascend to $2,499 and beyond for the Twin Dews and XL capacity units. But the total cost of ownership calculation over a 15 to 20-year machine lifespan frequently makes Miele the most economically rational choice for buyers who plan to stay in their home for a meaningful period. Let's examine what Miele's engineering commitment actually translates to in hardware terms. The motor used across Miele's current W1 and WW washing machine lineup is a brushless DC motor developed and manufactured in-house at Miele's Bielefeld and Gütersloh production facilities, with a speed control system that adjusts to load conditions with a degree of precision that is visibly superior to competitor implementations. Miele does not use contract-manufactured motor components assembled from third-party suppliers. They manufacture the motor assemblies themselves, which gives them complete quality control over the tolerances and material specifications that determine long-term motor durability. The drum in Miele's washing machines is fabricated from a honeycomb-patterned stainless steel. The honeycomb drum is a Miele patented design feature, where the drum surface has thousands of small recessed, hexagonal cells that create a cushioning layer of water between the drum surface and the fabrics during the wash cycle. This water cushion reduces direct contact between fabrics and the hard drum surface, minimizing the pilling, snagging, and surface abrasion that contributes to the gradual degradation of clothing appearance over repeated wash cycles. The bearing assembly in Miele's drums is a lifetime sealed unit designed for 10,000 cycles without lubrication service, and the drum shaft seal, a component that fails in many competitor machines within the first few years, causing water intrusion into the bearing that rapidly destroys the bearing and necessitates a costly repair, is engineered with multiple redundant sealing surfaces on Miele's units. Miele's Twin DOS automatic detergent dispensing system is the most sophisticated automatic dosing implementation available on any residential washing machine in 2026. The system uses two separate liquid detergent cartridges, one for the Ultra Phase 1 surfactant formula and one for the Ultra Phase 2 oxygen bleach formula, and dispenses precisely calibrated volumes of each at the exact moment during the wash cycle when they are most effective. The two-phase dispensing approach mimics the detergent application sequence used in commercial laundry systems, where surfactants are introduced at the start of the wash to begin breaking down soil, and active oxygen components are introduced later when the wash temperature has reached a level that activates the oxygen bleaching mechanism. The result is measurably superior stain removal on common household stains compared to single-phase detergent systems, both at standard wash temperatures and on the cold wash cycles that are increasingly important for energy efficiency reasons. Miele's cap dosing system extends automatic dispensing to specialty treatments, fabric conditioner, starch, ultra-color detergent for darks, and wool care liquid for hand wash items, using single-use capsules that are placed directly in the drum and dissolved automatically by the machine at the correct point in the cycle. For households that regularly wash wool, silk, down, and other specialty fabrics, the cap dosing system eliminates the risk of detergent overdosing and mistiming that causes irreversible damage to these materials when processed in machines with manual detergent dispensing. The wash programs on Miele machines, including the cottons, minimum iron, delicates, woolens, silk, down duvets, outdoor, for waterproof membrane sportswear, and sportswear programs, are individually calibrated using textile science data developed in Miele's in-house laundry laboratory, where each program's temperature, drum motion pattern, RPM profile, rinse volume, and spin speed have been optimized for the specific fabric properties and care requirements of each textile category. The woolens and silk programs on Miele machines have received certification from the Woolmark Company, the global authority for wool fabric care standards, confirming that garments washed on these programs meet the care standard required for items labeled dry clean only or hand wash only, a certification that only a small number of machines globally have earned. Miele's smart home integration, deployed via the Miele Home app and compatible with Amazon Alexa, Google Home, and Apple HomeKit, offers remote start, cycle monitoring, push notifications on cycle completion and fault detection, and integration with energy management systems for time-of-use tariff optimization, where the machine can automatically delay cycle start until the household is in a lower electricity cost window. The Miele app is well-designed, reliable, and updated consistently, unlike the app experiences associated with several of the brands discussed earlier in this video. Miele maintains its own dedicated service network in its major markets, in the United States, Europe, Australia, and selected Asian markets, with factory-trained technicians who carry the most commonly needed spare parts in their service vehicles, and who can typically schedule service appointments within 2 to 3 business days. Miele commits to maintaining parts availability for 15 years after the production date of any washing machine model, which means that a machine purchased in 2026 will have access to manufacturer-supplied spare parts until at least 2041. This parts availability commitment is not just a customer service gesture. It is the infrastructure underpinning the 20-year lifespan promise that makes Miele the most expensive, but arguably the most cost-effective washing machine available for the serious long-term buyer. Number 1. LG. LG Electronics Home Appliance Division is, in 2026, the clearest example in the washing machine market of a company that has successfully translated deep engineering investment into a product lineup that delivers genuine, measurable value across a wide range of price points. From the $700 entry-level front loaders, all the way up to the $2,000 plus LG Signature and Wash Combo series, and that consistently performs at or near the top of independent testing across every dimension that matters to real-world users: wash quality, energy efficiency, noise performance, reliability, and smart home integration depth. Let's start with what makes LG's engineering foundation genuinely differentiated. LG developed and patented their direct drive motor technology, a direct coupling system that mounts the motor rotor directly to the drum shaft, eliminating the belt, pulley, and gearbox components that are among the most common mechanical failure points in conventional washing machines. And they have deployed this technology so comprehensively across their lineup that it is now the standard configuration rather than a premium upgrade. The direct drive motor operates with a variable frequency inverter controller that adjusts both the rotational speed and torque output of the motor in real time in response to load conditions, producing a wash action that is simultaneously more precise, quieter, and gentler on fabrics than what belt-driven systems can deliver. In standardized vibration and noise testing, LG front loaders consistently measure between 40 and 52 decibels during the wash phase and 67 to 72 decibels during the main spin phase, figures that place them among the quietest machines in their respective size and capacity classes. LG has backed the direct drive motor with an industry-leading 10-year motor warranty, which is not a marketing gesture. It is a warranty that LG actually fulfills, and the low motor failure rates visible in long-term consumer reliability data suggest that the warranty is economically sustainable because the motors genuinely do not fail at a meaningful rate within that window. The AI capabilities that LG has integrated into their current washing machine lineup, marketed under the ThinQ AI and AI Double D branding, represent the most mature implementation of machine learning in washing machine design available on the consumer market in 2026. The AI direct drive system uses a load sensor array and a trained machine learning model to analyze the weight, fabric composition inference from vibration dampening data, and volume characteristics of every load before the cycle begins, then selects the optimal drum motion pattern, water temperature, and cycle duration to maximize wash quality while minimizing fabric stress. LG has developed 6 distinct drum motion patterns: tumbling, rolling, stepping, scrubbing, swing, and filter. And the AI Double D system blends these motion types dynamically throughout the cycle in sequences that it continuously adapts based on real-time feedback. The practical result is measurably better performance on delicate fabrics, on mixed loads, and on stained items compared to machines with fixed cycle programs, and a fabric care outcome that independent textile testing laboratories have rated as significantly gentler, producing less fiber breakage per wash cycle, than competitive machines in the same price class. LG's current lineup also includes the Wash Combo all-in-one units, the WM6998 HBA being the flagship, which integrate a heat pump dryer system into the same drum as the washer, eliminating the need for a separate dryer and the associated venting infrastructure. The heat pump drying technology uses a refrigerant circuit to recirculate and dehumidify the drying air, rather than exhausting heated air through a vent, which means the Wash Combo can be installed anywhere a washing machine can go, requires no exterior vent penetration, and uses approximately 40% less energy for the drying phase than a conventional resistance heating dryer. The drying performance is excellent on cotton and linen, adequate on synthetics, and the combined cycle, from wet laundry to dry and ready to fold, can be completed in a single machine without user intervention between washing and drying. The ThinQ app, LG's smart home companion application, is the most capable and reliable washing machine companion app available from any manufacturer in 2026. It offers remote start with cycle customization from the phone, real-time cycle status and progress monitoring, AI-based cycle recommendations derived from your historical usage patterns, smart diagnosis that uses the machine's sensor array to detect developing mechanical issues before they cause a fault code, integration with Google Home and Amazon Alexa voice control ecosystems, and energy usage tracking with cost estimation based on your regional electricity tariff. The app also supports smart ThinQ integration with LG's own dryer lineup, enabling automatic dryer activation when the washer cycle completes, a workflow automation that sounds small but genuinely adds convenience to laundry routine and practice. LG's service network is extensive in North America, Europe, Australia, and the major markets of Southeast Asia, with independent technician certification programs that maintain service quality standards across the authorized service partner network. Parts availability is strong, with LG maintaining North American parts distribution centers capable of fulfilling most common repair parts within 2 to 5 business days. Consumer reliability surveys consistently place LG in the top quartile of washing machine brands for 3-year and 5-year ownership satisfaction, with the direct drive motor technology largely eliminating the motor and transmission failure modes that account for a significant portion of major washing machine repairs across other brands. For households looking for a front loader, a top loader, or an all-in-one combination unit, LG has a product in 2026 that is genuinely outstanding, and the best priced options are linked in the description below. So, that wraps up our list of the best popular washing machine brands. If this video was useful to you, kindly click the thumbs up button. Which one will you pick? Describe your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an updates. Everyone who had come this far, I'm hoping to see you in the next video.